In this video today, I am going to show you how you can convert your Neo, your Gas, and your Flamingo from the legacy Neo wallets to the N3. And I'm going to be showing you how to do it via a ledger. If you don't have a ledger, then you can kind of piece that together and do it with whatever wallet you have. But the first thing we're going to do is we are going to use the Neon wallet. And some people are aware or they're not aware, but if you have your ledger connected to the Neon wallet, you can use the O3 wallet with your ledger, and it's the same thing. So you swap it back and forth, and that's what we're going to be doing in a way. But you don't have to just use the Neon wallet. You can use the O3 wallet when you have a ledger. So that's why it's great to use a hardware wallet. And you got to use Ledger if you want to use a hardware wallet. So you download the Neon wallet, click on Legacy, because we're going to look at your old coins, or the N2 or version 2. We're going to click on Ledger. Make sure you have your Ledger app opened. It's going to go through and get the addresses. So there we have the wallet address. We're going to click Login, and you'll see that I have 3 Neo, some Flamingo, and some Gas. The Flamingo we are not going to be able to swap out into Neo 3. That's going to be later on in the video on how to do that. So the first thing we're going to want to do is look at the migration option. One thing that I needed to remind you before we started was you will need the Neo N3 app as well as the Neo Legacy app on your ledger before you start this process. So here's a short clip on how to easily do that, but you gotta have both of those apps on your ledger before you start the process. Now I'm going to show you how you can get the N3 app onto your ledger, because that's what you're going to need to do. So log into Ledger Live, go into the manager, then you can say Neo in the app catalog, and you should have this one. As you can see, it's installed. Now you need the Neo N3. Click Install. Go through the process, have it installed, and then you'll be ready for the next part. And it's going to ask you to connect your Ledger device, which you already have, but you're in the N2 older app on the Ledger, so you're going to want to quit out of that and look for that you just installed. It's a little bit different little icon. I'm selecting that, and there we have it. We have this wallet address, and we're going to say continue. And this is the wallet address that I am going to just, I'm going to copy just so I have that for my references. And we're going to go through this. Select a token to migrate. You can migrate using multiple transactions in the Neon wallet, so you don't feel obligated to migrate all of your assets in a single event if you aren't comfortable doing so. When I originally did it, I did 10 the first time, and then I did the rest just so that I could feel comfortable. But we only have, I believe it was 3, so we're going to do 3. Just know if you have lots of Neo transactions, more likely Gas, you might run into an issue where it says that it can't handle the number of, that it's too large. I don't remember the exact error, but it's because there's so many Gas deposits, because they trickle in over time on the N2 network. And basically the way around that is to send chunks of gas to yourself in your old wallet. Well, this wallet, in the N2 wallet. I can't show you how to do that because I already did that. But it's basically, sending 100 gas to yourself or 10 gas to yourself, just so you get out of that, that error. So we're going to say max. We're going to say continue. Now, you're about to migrate N3 from this to here. Okay. And the fee is going to be 1 gas, which seems kind of expensive, but what do? Most users should receive their tokens on the Neo N3 within 30 minutes. However, some migrations may take up to 24 hours. So what we're going to do is we're going to unlock our ledger using the Neo 2, not the Neo 3, because it's going from here to here. So what we have to do is approve the layer, sorry, not layer, the N2 network. So we're going to get out of the N3, back into the Neo 2 on my ledger, and now it's going to unlock it. We're going to say confirm. I'm going to sign the transaction, accept. There we go, little confetti. Woo, it's like New Year's all over again. So right now, it may take a little bit of time. We'll have to see. But we'll look at the activity. Looks like I'm going to have to get a little bit more gas because I am out of gas. I spent that. And it's just going to take a bit of time to get into from Neo 2 to Neo 3. So we're in the legacy meaning older. And let's go take a look at the new wallet. So we're going to log out. We're going to go into the N3 side of things. You need to go into the N3 on your ledger. A lot of back and forth, but the way to do it. So I'm now in the N3 on my ledger. We're going to click on ledger. We're going to click, this is the one, login. Okay, it may take a little bit of time. So we're just going to let that do its thing, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we are in the N3 wallet with this address, and you can see that the 3 Neo have been converted. I think it took about 15 minutes or so. I was doing other things behind the scenes, but it wasn't a half an hour. So there are your 3 Neo. We're basically going to be doing almost the exact same thing with gas. The thing you have to remember, and we're going to get out of here, so we're going to say log out. The thing that you have to remember is that when you do it with your gas, you need to give a little, or you need to have a little bit of gas remain in your wallet so that you can convert your Flamingo. So I'm going to get out of this and into the legacy. We're now in the legacy app, and I have 100 Flamingo, and I did add some more gas because I didn't know it was going to cost 1 gas to have your Neo converted. I think when you have a larger number of Neo, it may be free. I should have thought of that before I put that number in, but that's just 1 gas, it's $6. So the next thing you're going to want to do is convert your gas, and it's the same process that you need to go through. So you would go to migration. That is what has been migrated already. You need to go in and change the app to the N3 proves that that is the correct. Okay, we're going to say continue. This time it's gas. I'm not going to put max. I'm just going to do 2. We're going to see if it's really expensive. I'm not necessarily going to do any until I use the gas to help move the flamingo. So right now we'll do 2. We'll continue. Yeah, there's going to be 1 gas fee. I am not going to do it. So this is the same process that we did before. The app that's currently open is the N3. You need to go ahead and open the N2, which is the legacy app. And that's, you have to go back to the N2 or the legacy app because you're sending it from here to here, and you have to approve it on the legacy app on your ledger. So that's it on the gas. I'm going to stop for now and we'll start up and I'll show you how to do your flamingo. Okay, this next part to convert flamingo to N3 or the Neo 3.0, you cannot use a ledger to do that. You need to have a O3 or a Neoline wallet to use that, and right now the O3 wallet does not support the N3 app on the ledger. Maybe in the near future it will, but if you want to do it today, you can't. So to get around that, what you have to do is you have to create a soft wallet. I'm going to show you the O3 just because that's what I feel comfortable with. And what you have to do is you have to say create new wallet. So I'm going to go through the process just to show you. And so what you need to do is you need to select the Neo N3. Next, we're going to say, example for N3, passphrase. Okay, going to create it. So we're going to basically, you can say backup right now if you'd like, and this will show you your public address, your encrypted key, and your private key. And what I recommend, if you've taken my cybersecurity class, you'll know how to do it. If you haven't, I recommend getting multiple thumb drives that are encrypted so you have backup, but you are going to need to put this private key someplace. And I'm not going to tell you how to do that in this video because it's a longer process. But when I show you this private key, and you have to put the password in, I'm not going to use this one in my example. I'm going to create a different one. This is going to be the private key that you have to store someplace, because if this computer decided to leave me and I'd never see it again, I would never see these coins that I'm about to do. If you stake Neo, Gas, Flamingo, you can't use a ledger to do it on the N3 network. Wish you could, but you can't right now. When the O3 group decides to support Ledger and the N3 app, then we'll be able to put it on a Ledger, but right now you can't. I've emailed them quite a while ago asking when, and of course I haven't heard back. Who knows? But you need to store this private key someplace, because the next process that we're going to do is going to not be on a Ledger hardware wallet. And if you decide to stake your like I said, Neo, Flamingo, Gas, whatever, you're going to have to use this wallet. You're not going to be able to use the ledger. So what we're going to do is I will come back and I'll show you. Okay, I have created a new N3 wallet with a different private key. And here it is. Well, you can tell it says Neo N3 video example, and it is on the N3 mainnet. So here is the wallet. Now you're asking yourself, how do we get it from N2 to N3 for Flamingo? Well, I'm going to show you. What we're going to do is we're going to move this aside, and just to, okay, yeah, we're going to move this aside. But I am going to show you something. Let me get back into the example. And so here is the Neo N3 upgrade. This is on the mainnet, which is the 2.0 mainnet. As you remember, there's 5.935 gas and 100 Flamingo, and that's what we're trying to convert over. And you're saying to yourself right now, well, what about the Neon wallet? It was on the Neon wallet. Well, it's the same thing, just different way of looking at things. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring over this so you can see the, this is what we were using as an example before. We have the 100 Flamingo and the 5.935 gas. And you can view it either way in the O3 or the Neon wallet because you're using the ledger. So let's take that off to the side. I'm going to close the Neon wallet. We're going to move this off to the side. And you have to go to a site called nepmigration.com. NEP is like a ERC20. They call it NEP5. I believe you need to go take it to an NEP 17. So what you have to do is you have to first have your O3 wallet open, and we're going to connect the wallet. We're going to select the O3. Off to the side, I will select the O3 that has the it's the version 2. So we're going to connect that, and you're going to see that I have some Flamingo. Okay, so we're going to do max. And this is the address for the N2, and we need to select the N3 address. Well, the reason why I had you create the N3 wallet address on the O3 wallet, oh, so many O's, so many N's, you need to select that particular wallet. So we're going to click select, and you can't see it right now, but there's the pop-up, and this is the wallet address for the one that we just created, which is the N3 wallet, and we're going to say select, and that pretty much is the address for it. Let me get that back up so you can kind of see that. Let me switch to it. Video example. Just so you know, I may have to go back, but it is the N7G. And then it's going to give me next. It's going to cost me 1 gas. That's why we had to leave some gas in there. We're going to say next. Next. Need to go in and sign this on my ledger. Okay, it's migrating. This one probably took about 15 minutes or so. You can see that there was a hash. If you just click on the view details, it'll kind of show you what's going on down here. And this does have a hash, and so that means FLM is in the N3 mainnet, which is the Neo 3. And this is where you can do whatever you want. You can keep it here. You can send it to your ledger. You can't connect your ledger here, so you have to go back to, boy, this really does get confusing. Where is that wallet? You can send it. There's your non-ledger secured N3 Neo wallet. You can keep it there, or you can send it back to your ledger secured N3 wallet. Here's the Neo. Didn't send the gas, but there would be gas if you had it there. Remember, I didn't want to spend one gas just to send a couple gas, and I was going to need some for the Neo or for the Flamingo conversion. So these are two different wallets. You can send your Flamingo from here to this wallet if you want. In fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and do that. So I'm going to get a copy of this. I'm going to take my Flamingo. I don't have any gas, so I can't do it. That is one of the issues. So if I do try to send it, I do next, and I do FLM, and I do 100%. I'm going to do a review, and I think it's going to scream at me. Yeah. So it is kind of complex. There's many moving parts to this. I'm around, Jetta Red's around. You can book some time with us if you want. But here's the video that kind of throws you through the process. And you can then, convert your gas. You can send some gas over here. Then you can take this FLM and bring it back to the ledger secured N3 wallet over here, and you'll all be happy as a clam. So that's it for now. Have a great day.